and that snapped a 3-game skid. And as I compare statistics here between Sheldon and West Lyon, Sheldon as a team batting .218, West Lyon as a team batting .339, and a couple of notable names for Sheldon include junior Isaac Wenthy. He has played fantastic so far this season. .362 is his batting average, has 15 singles, a couple doubles. He's driven in 7 runs. He's walked 4 times and has an on-base percentage of .423. Colt Roos, the sophomore, is batting .324, 8 singles, 3 doubles. Driven in 6 runs, has walked 7 times, an on-base percentage of .452. So make sure we have to be careful with Roos. And pitching-wise, Sheldon, that has kind of been their crutch so far this season. 8.52 is their ERA as a team, and if you compare it to West Lyon, their team ERA 2.14. So on paper, it's a game that West Lyon should win by a lot, but we'll see how the game goes, and we'll see if the weather will affect any of that. But talk a little bit about those West Lyon Wildcats. They are, of course, led by head coach Corey Kramer, 16-2 on the season. And since they lost to MLC Floyd Valley back on June 12th, they lost that one 5-3. They have won 8 straight. And they also found out recently that they will play either Central Lyon or West Sioux. They will play them on July 9th. That would be their first playoff game in that district tournament, and that is, like I said, on July 9th. Other side of the bracket is Cherokee, Western Christian, and Unity. Unity has the winner of Cherokee and Western Christian. And then if West Lyon does win their first game, they'd play the winner of Unity and whoever they get to play. My guess is West Lyon will have to meet Unity in the District 2 championship game. But I'll go through a little bit of stats here on West Lyon. It was also senior night, like I mentioned, so congrats to Riker Metzger, Mason Mulder, Keegan Roeder, and Carter Vermeer. A couple guys going on to play some college baseball. Mason Mulder and Carter Vermeer will play at DMAC. And a couple of names that we definitely need to pay attention to. There's a lot of hot bats. I think it started off a little slow to start the season, but these bats have been on fire for the Wildcats. Tate Hoff batting .365, Bryson Childers batting .360, and then Cooper Schoening, how about this, batting .472 and a .588 on base percentage. He's driven in 23 runs. Bryson Childers just ahead of him. He's driven in 24. But Schoening, 22 singles, 3 doubles. He's been hit by a pitch 10 times so far this season and also has 5 walks on the year for the Wildcats. So his first year starting, he has played extremely well. And I'll go through very quickly the pitching matchup first for West Lyon. They'll have the aforementioned Mason Mulder on the mound for them. And he is 3-0 in his 4 starts, his 14 2/3 innings. He has an ERA of 2.86. And a few more of his numbers here. He has 26 strikeouts, but his issue has been walks a little bit. He's walked 17 batters, and he's given up 6 earned runs, 7 total on 9 hits. And on the other side for Sheldon, their starting pitcher tonight will be Isaac Wenthy. I mentioned him just a little bit ago, and in his 4 appearances and his 1 start, he's 0-2. 10 innings on the year for him, has an ERA of 14. He has 10 strikeouts and 12 walks. He's given up 20 earned runs, 29 of them total. So 9 of them have been unearned. So interesting matchup, and we'll see how this game goes on a night that we feel like kind of both teams had a bit of a layover for a while with all the rain and the flooding that we had last week. So we'll see if there's maybe just a little bit of rust to shake off here tonight yet. So can't wait to give this call to you, and they're doing starting lineups right now. We'll have the national anthem right after that. Then I'll be back right around first pitch to give you your starting lineups. You're watching West Lyon Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. Mason Mulder getting his warm-up pitches in, and we are about ready to go for the Siouxland Conference matchup. Here are your starting lineups. First for Sheldon. Batting first, the pitcher, Isaac Wenthe. Batting second, the first baseman, Caleb Huff. Batting third, the shortstop, Tyson Getting. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Anthony Courtney. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Wesley Cruz. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Colton Roos. Batting seventh, the DH, Landon Seatstra. He'll be batting for the right fielder, Hunter Getting. Batting eighth, the catcher, Rex Ross. And then batting ninth is the center fielder, Matthew Meyer. On the other side, for West Lyon, batting first will be the second baseman, Gage Blauwetz. Batting second, the center fielder, Tate Hoff. Batting third, the shortstop, Carter Vermeer. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Cooper Schoening. Batting fifth, the DH, Bryce Cook. He'll be batting for the pitcher, Mason Mulder. Batting sixth, the catcher, Bryson Childress. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Rich Kramer. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Riker Metzger. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Keegan Rodert. And this is definitely an environment with how cold it is that I'm assuming a lot of these guys aren't quite used to. Obviously, Iowa plays their baseball in the spring. If you were playing in South Dakota, Minnesota, really anywhere else, they'd be used to this type of weather. And this is spring, kind of March weather, but here we have some fall, spring weather in early July. And just a single camera setup. We just did not trust the skies to have all of our equipment outside. But the first pitch to Isaac Wenthe is going to miss inside. And I mentioned earlier, Wenthe, the best batting average on the team for Sheldon, batting .362 at the top of their order. And a lot of velocity coming in from Mason Mulder, but that one misses outside for ball two. Nobody on, nobody out, just getting underway. But Wenthe also a .423 on base percentage, as that one's grounded over to first at a tough hop for Schoening, but he fields and steps on first for out number one. So one away after the three unassisted. That will bring up Caleb Huff. And Huff on the season batting .238. And the first pitch is going to miss inside for ball one. And Huff, a junior, an on-base percentage of .347, 9 singles. He has hit a home run, 5 RBIs. That one is a ground ball through for a base hit between first and second base. Good piece of hitting for Caleb Huff. Sat back on it, poked it to the right side for a one-out single. And that will bring up Tyson Getting.
Next to bat for the order will be the shortstop, number 8, Tyson Getting.
And Getting is a junior, batting .282. 7 singles. He's got 3 doubles on the season. That one's in there for a strike right on that outside corner. He has hit a home run as well, 9 RBI. And Getting also, he has done a good job of getting on base, an on-base percentage of .404 as Allen misses outside, counts even 1-1. Sheldon with an early base runner with one away here in the top of the first. Getting also 5 walks. He's been hit by a pitch 3 different times. That one misses outside for ball 2. West Lyon won this matchup the first time around in Sheldon. West Lyon won that one 13-1, ended that game early in 5 innings. And Tyson Getting in that game went 0 for 2. Looking for a better result this time around against the Wildcats, as that one is another single about to the same spot. As the rain starts to fall here at the ballpark in Larchwood. But 2 runners on with only 1 away. And we have people running and taking cover, and it looks like they are going to go ahead and stop the game and delay it. And right when that rain came down, there was about 6 different guys who went out and got the tarps, hustled down and got them in. And it looks like we're going to hold off for a second here. We're going to talk to the umpires. We got two guys right at the pitcher's mound ready to throw the tarp on, but they're waiting for the word to go and do it. Hopefully just a little spot shower. And it looks like they are going to play on. Good hustle by the Westland baseball players that were about to get the tarp on, but we will keep on going. One out, and Mulder's got to get out of a tough situation here early.
Next to bat for the Orbs will be the third baseman, number 23, Anthony Courtney.
And that will bring up Anthony Courtney. And looking at the radar, it looks like it's a shower that's not going to last very long. And the first pitch to Courtney is in their first strike on that inside corner. Courtney is a senior, and he is 2 for 27 on the season. He's got a single and a double. Breaking ball over their first strike on the outside corner. But Courtney an on-base percentage of .457. He's walked 9 times, hit by a pitch 10 times. 0-2 is the count to Anthony Courtney. 0-2 from Mulder. Misses outside. Try for that outside corner. Not a bad spot there, 0-2. So we had a little rain infiltrate the press box up here as well. So we're working on getting that dried up. 1-2 pitch. Checked his swing, called the ball, misses low. So if you're just tuning in, Sheldon has 2 runners on here, top of the first inning, 1 away. And there were 2 singles to right field. That just barely got poked between first and second base. Counts even. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A much-needed strikeout for Mason Mulder. And that'll bring up Wesley Cruz, the left fielder.
Brings up the left fielder, number 1, Wesley Cruz.
Cruz, the 300 batter on the season. 9 for 30, all 9 of his hits being singles. 5 RBI, 6 walks. He's been hit by a pitch 3 times. Has an on-base percentage of 462 as he looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Oh and 1 is your count on a cold, windy July day. In their first strike at the knees, counts 0-2. Some early trouble for Mason Mulder. 1 strike away from working out of a tough start to his game. 0-2. In their first strike 3. Great job by Mason Mulder getting out of a tough situation. No runs come across for Sheldon in the top of the first inning. And the Wildcats bat next. You're watching Westline Baseball on YouTube.
Jordan, quick before we go to a break.
And before we go, 1 second.
Before we go to a break, I talked early in the season about an opportunity that listeners would have
And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. Top of the order due up here in the bottom of the first inning for West Lyon. Still no score. Blauette, Hoff, and Carter Vermeer due up for West Lyon. And here's some numbers for Gage Blauette coming into this game, batting .327, one of a lot of West Lyon bats that are batting over .300. Even more impressive, an on-base percentage of .529 as the breaking ball misses high for ball one. Blauette, 13 singles. He's hit 3 doubles, driven in 16 runs, and he has walked 19 times on the season, and that's only through 18 games. Checked his swing, fouled it off. Hit by a pitch 2 different times as well, has Blauette. Looking to get things started for the West Lyon bats. One misses inside, gets away from the catcher. And that'll bring the count to 2-1. Blauette had an interesting game against Sheldon the first time around. His stat line was technically only 1 for 1, as that one misses inside. He had a single, but he drew 2 walks. He was hit by a pitch once, so 1 for 1, but he scored 4 runs. For one of the most unique stat lines you'll probably see. Misses high, and there you go. Draws his 20th walk of the season, does Gage Blauette. And that will bring up Tate Hoff.
Brings up the center fielder, number 1, Tate Hoff.
Hoff is 3rd year starting. He's been a starter in the West Lyon lineup since his freshman year, and he's playing well once again, batting .365 and on base percentage of .507, like you see right there on your screen. 11 singles. He's hit 4 doubles, 3 triples. He's also hit 1 home run. Throw back to first is not in time. 17 RBI for Hoff. 11 walks. He's been hit by a pitch 4 different times. And from the stretch, the pitch from Wenthy, breaking ball, misses high for ball number 1. And Hoff may be one of the only guys who went hitless against Sheldon the first time around. He went 0 for 2 that night, but he did draw 2 walks. That misses just a bit high, counts 2-0. Runner at first, bottom of the first for West Lyon. Throw back to first, and got him. They called Gage Blauette out. And Blauette can't believe it. Coach Baltz over at first can't believe it, but there's 1 away. So now 1 away, nobody on for Tate Hoff to work with. As Wenthy will pitch from the windup. Count is still 2-0 in Hoff's favor. Swing and a miss. Aggressive on the 2-0 pitch, and it's 2-1. And Hoff on just a little bit of a hitless streak. He went 0 for 4 against Sioux Center the last time West Lyon played. But West Lyon won their previous game. It's 7-1 against Sioux Center, as that one is fouled away. Rode I believe, a 6-run inning to victory in that game. But count is now 2-2 to Tate Hoff. Like I mentioned, West Lyon 16-2 on the season. Their lone losses are to Spirit Lake and MLC Floyd Valley. And that one's in there for strike 3 on the outside corner. And there's 2 away for West Lyon. That will bring up Carter Vermeer.
Brings up the shortstop, number 8, Carter Vermeer.
Like Jeremy Childers mentioned earlier, tonight, and then I believe it's Wednesday night, the Wildcats will host MLC Floyd Valley. Those are the last 2 home games of the year, and that game against MLC Floyd Valley will wrap up the regular season for West Lyon as well, as that's a strike on the inside corner. I believe we cannot stream any playoff games. We will be hosting some playoff games, but because of rules of the IHSAA, we will not be able to stream those games. 0-1 is a foul ball out of play. Vermeer up. Cooper Schoening waiting on deck if Carter Vermeer can get on. It's an 0-2 count to Carter Vermeer. Foul ball. He stays alive. As you can see on his screen there, he's batting .333, a .514 on base percentage, 13 singles, 4 doubles, 13 RBI. He's walked 13 times, and he's hit by a pitch 6 times. And the 0-2 coming to Vermeer. Misses high. Counts 1-2. One-two count. Nobody on, 2 away. And the pitch. Slider misses away. Counts even 2-2. And the 2-2 coming from Wenthy over the head of Vermeer. That'll run the count full. And credit to anyone who was working on the ballpark here in Larchwood. It looks great. And considering all the rain we got, I think it looked pretty good after the rain, considering everything that we have. But a good job of getting this field back in shape. And the payoff coming from Wenthy. Swing and a miss. 4-strike 3. Wenthy faces the minimum and will go into the second. Still no score. You're watching Westline Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. Top of the second inning, still no score. And for Sheldon, 6, 7, and 8 are due up. Colton Roos, Landon Seatstra, and Rex Ross. First pitch from Mulder, and there for a strike. So numbers for Roos, he's batting .324, the second best on the team for Sheldon. And that's popped up. Kramer coming in, and he'll call for it, and he'll make the catch in foul territory for out number 1.
Rich Kramer makes the catch for 1 away.
So quick out for Mason Mulder. That will bring up Landon Seatstra, the DH. Again, he's hitting for the right fielder, Hunter Getting. As Mulder comes set, and the pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner. Seatstra Jr. batting .147. He's 5 for 34, 3 singles, 2 doubles, 6 RBI, 2 walks, and on base percentage of .216 as he swings and misses through that one for strike 2. And Mulder, 3 strikeouts. Actually, take that back, 2 strikeouts on the early night here so far. 0-2 pitch. In there for strike 3 on the outside corner. Froze Seatstra for out number 2, and that will bring up Rex Ross.
Strike 3 for 2 away.
And Ross is a senior.
The catcher, number 18, Rex Ross.
And he is 1 for 32 at the plate. Actually, I'll take that back. 2 for 32. 1 single, 1 double. He's driven in 4 runs, but he has walked 10 times. He was hit by a pitch 3 times. So his on-base percentage is pretty respectable at .333. 1-0 is the count to Rex Ross. 0 away, ball 2. Nobody on, 2 away. 2 quick outs so far this inning for Mason Mulder. He got a pop out, then he struck out Landon Seedstrup. 2-0 in their first strike. And we're seeing some better command out of Mulder here. Mentioned earlier that he has 17 walks on the year through 14 2/3. But so far tonight, 3 strikeouts, no walks. That's in their first strike at the knees as well. Counts 2-2. And the 2-2 from Mulder. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Mason Mulder. We'll get to the bottom of the second after this. You're watching Westline Baseball on YouTube.
We are
the Siouxland Conference!
We are the Sheldon Oros.
The Siouxland Conference mantra is to compete on the court and support off the court.
Compete with great sportsmanship and passion.
To create a supportive relationship for a lifetime.
We are the Siblio Cheatin' Generals, and this is the Siouxland Pact.
R, represent. We will represent our school and the Siouxland Conference by showing up and showing out.
We're the Rock Valley Rockets.
And E stands for enhance.
Make the atmosphere better for both players and fans.
We are the Boyden Hall Comets, and S stands for support.
Support can be shown by cheering for your team and having a positive attitude.
We are the Okoboji Pioneers.
And the P in respect stands for positivity,
which means having an encouraging attitude towards those competing, officiating, and spectating,
which leads to a positive environment.
We are the Central Lyon Lions.
The second E stands for example.
As a student section, we will set the example for others before, during, and after competition.
We are the West Lyon Wildcats.
The C stands for cheer.
As members of the Siouxland Conference, we cheer for, not against,
and respect all.
T, together.
We unite to create a positive environment. Go Warriors! We are MOC Floyd Valley.
This is the Siouxland Conference.
Protect the Pact.
And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. Still no score, bottom of the second inning. And Westline last inning started with a leadoff walk for Gage Blauette, but he got picked off at first, and a couple strikeouts really ended any sort of threat that Westline was going to have in the bottom of the first. But Mason Mulder came back and had a 1-2-3 inning last inning. But for Westline, 4, 5, and 6 are due up. Cooper Schoening, Bryce Cook, and Bryson Childress. As Wenthy throws his final warm-up pitch, they'll throw down to second, and here comes Schoening into the batter's box. Schoening, and I'm not joking when I say he's batting .472 on the season, .588 on base percentage, and he has 22 singles, 3 doubles. He's driven in 23 runs, 5 walks. He's been hit by a pitch 10 times. And breaking ball hit his bat for a foul ball. It's a pitch that Schoening was trying to duck out of the way out of, but it unluckily hit his bat. 0-1, high and away for ball 1. And Schoening's played really well at first base this season as well. He's made a lot of picks over at first throughout the year look really easy. And he's done it with his bat as well. 1-1. On that outside corner for strike 2. And for how cold it feels tonight, I'm surprised to not see as many players out there with long sleeves. Only see a couple out there with them. 1-2 count, nobody on, nobody out. And that's a ground ball back to Wenthy. He'll throw over to first in time for out number 1. And that will bring up Bryce Cook. Cook has been the DH for the Wildcats really the entire year, and he's done a good job at that spot, batting .349 of .556 on base percentage. 8 singles, 6 doubles, 12 RBI. He has also hit a home run. One of 2 home runs that Westline has hit as he checked his swing for ball 1. And he's coming off a multi-hit game. Actually, he had a multi-hit game against Sheldon, and that was when he hit his home run at Sheldon against the Orabs. As that one misses high and away. But Cook 1 for 3 against Sioux Center in their last outing, drove in a run, also has one single. 2-0 pitch to Bryce Cook is a fly ball into center field, and that is going to be caught by the Sheldon center fielder. Looked like he took a bad path to it, but the ball had just enough carry for Matthew Meyer to settle underneath it for out number 2.
Number 2, Bryson Childress.
And that will bring up Bryson Childress. He leads the team in RBI. He has a .360 batting average, like you see on your screen. 13 singles, 5 doubles, 24 runs batted in, 10 walks. He's been hit by a pitch 3 times, and an on-base percentage of .492. And there's someone with sleeves. One of the few players with sleeves on here tonight. First pitch to Childress. And his dad right next to me is saying that he's wearing sleeves because his dad told him to. So counts 1-0 to Bryson Childress. Misses high, counts 2-0. Ground out and a fly out so far for West Lyon. They've had one base runner so far. That was a leadoff walk from Gage Blauwetz. As Isaac Wenthy's come in, throwing strikes. Done a great job. That misses too high. Two outs, nobody on. And the pitch from Wenthy. Misses away, and that pitch before that was called a strike. I'll take that back. So counts 3-1 to Bryson Childress. Swinging a hot bat lately is Childress, but here's a 3-1 in their first strike. That's a pitch I think Childress can be a little more aggressive on, but nonetheless, didn't like his 3-1 pitch. We'll see what he can do here, 3-2. Childress 1 for 3 against Sioux Center. Single and an RBI. Payoff. Just a bit low, and the second walk of the game for West Lyon, and the first one for the game for Bryson Childress. That will bring up Ridge Kramer.
Puts up the third baseman, number 6, Ridge Kramer.
And Kramer batting .357, an on-base percentage of .518, as Carson Meyer will courtesy run at first for Bryson Childress. Kramer 13 singles, a couple doubles, 13 RBI. He's also walked 14 times. That's what has his on-base percentage up so high as that one misses for a ball. And how about this? Something I'm just looking at too. West Lyon as a team, 111 walks. And on the other side for Sheldon, only 52. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, runner goes, throw down to second is not nearly in time. And a stolen base for Carson Meyer. Two and 0 is your count. And that one almost hits Kramer, counts 3-0. And Wenthy is in danger of walking his second straight batter. .302 to Kramer in their first strike on that outside corner. And if you do the math, West Lyon is averaging just about 6 walks per game, which is pretty impressive with how patient they are at the plate. They're going to make pitchers throw them strikes as Kramer calls for time. And he'll dig back in. 3-1 pitch is behind Kramer. He'll go down to first. Meyer goes down to third.
Rich Kramer draws walk Put runners on first and third for the Wildcats.
So runners at first and third for Riker Metzger.
The right fielder, number 4, Riker Metzger.
As I believe you see on your screen there, a 229 batter, but a 449 on base percentage. Metzger, 2 triples, 3 doubles, 3 singles on the year, 7 RBI, 13 walks. He's been hit by a pitch 1 time. And pretty crazy stat as well for the Westline batters coming into the game. A team on base percentage of 499. So every other batter on average gets on base for West Lyon. That one misses outside for ball 1. Runners at first and third, 2 away. Bottom of the second inning, still no score. 1-0 pitch, misses inside. And both the base runners are there because of walks. Bryson Childers walked and Carson Myers courtesy running for him. Myers stole second, then grabbed third on a wild pitch. Wenthy falls behind again, 2-0. And fake to pick off move, and he'll step back in. That's in their first strike. And if you're interested in the softball game, Wildcats are up 3-0. And if I can see the scoreboard correct from here, I believe in the 5th inning. And the 2-1 misses away, gets away from the catcher, and Myers going to come in to score, and the Wildcats take an early 1-0 lead. Kramer down to second. 3-1 is your count to Riker Metzger as well. So runner at second. 3-1 pitch to Metzger. Taps it foul down the third base line. Metzger, one of the seniors, honored tonight for senior nights. Riker Metzger, Mason Mulder, Keegan Rodert, then Carter Vermeer are the 4 seniors. For the Wildcats, Metzger, I believe they said he's going to go on to Southeast Tech in the fall. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, but not before West Lyon scratches and run across. It's 1-0 after 2. We'll get you the third after this. You're watching West Lyon Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. West Lyon with a 1-0 lead as we start this top of the third inning. 9-1-2 due up for Sheldon. And this brings up Matthew Meyer. Meyer, a 143 batter as he looks at strike 1. 4 singles, a double to his name. He's driven in 1 run, 4 walks, and an on-base percentage of .231. He's caught a ball in center field earlier today as he taps that one over to third. Fielded by Metzger, by Kramer on the run, and looks like the runner was in there safely as Ball could not quite be scooped by Cooper Schoening over there at first, but a good play, good effort by Kramer over there at third. I'm going to mark that down as single. And that'll bring up Isaac Wenthy. And Wenthy grounded into a 3 unassisted his first time up as he fouls that one out of play. A batter that Mulder has to be careful with. Like I mentioned, a 362 batter coming into this game. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That'll bring the count to 0-2. Nobody out, runner at first base. And Wenthy got a hit the last time these two played. 1 for 3 in that game in Sheldon as that one just misses that outside corner. One-two from Mulder, misses high. Just tuning in, West Lions scored their lone run in the bottom of the second inning. Couple of walks, couple of wild pitches, and the run scored on a wild pitch. 2-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. So much needed out there. That'll bring up Caleb Huff. And actually, West Lion is without a hit tonight so far. All their base runners have been via walk, but at Sheldon, I have them down for 3 hits so far. First pitch to Caleb Huff is a ground ball over to third, throw over to seconds in time. There will be no throw over to first, but a great play by Ridge Kramer over there at third. Huff reaches on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 away.
Next up for the Orbs will be the shortstop, number 8, Tyson Getting.
And that'll bring up Tyson Getting. Getting singled his first time up. And a 282 batter, so he's had a solid year so far. First pitch to him is on that outside corner. A generous call, I will say, on that outside corner. Oh, 0-1 is the count. Slider misses away for ball 1. And Getting did not get a hit in Sheldon's loss to Central Lyon a few nights ago, but he was walked and he was hit by a pitch. So he did reach a couple times. He's already reached once tonight. Counts 2-1 to him. Runner at first. 2-1 is your count. That's in there for a strike. Drop by Childress, but called a strike anyway. Counts 2-2. Mulder had 2 runners on in the first, got out of it, has 1 runner on right here. And the 2-2. Check to swing. Did he go? They're going to say, no, he did not. So 3-2 counts. The runner at first, Caleb Huff, will be on the move here with 2 outs. And the payoff from Mulder. Runner goes. That misses low and away. Ball 4. So runners at first and second now for Sheldon. That will bring up Anthony Courtney. Courtney, he struck out his first time up. I mentioned for Courtney earlier, only 1 hit on the season, but he has done a great job of getting on base. 9 walks, been hit by a pitch 10 times. For only having 1 hit, he's only struck out 9 times, so he's done a good job of getting the ball in play. As that one gets away from Childress, both runners will move up, and there's 2 runners in scoring position for Sheldon. Count is 1-0 to Anthony Courtney. Misses high, ball 2. Wesley Cruz is on deck for Sheldon. A 1-0 lead here for West Lyon. As Mulder comes set and delivers the 2-0. Foul tip into the glove of Childress. Counts 2-1. Two outs, runners at second and third for the Orebs. 2-1 pitch on that outside corner, 2-2. And once again, Mulder one strike away from getting out of a jam here like he did in the first inning. Two. Swing and a miss for strike three. Another huge strikeout for Mason Mulder. We've played 2.5. We'll see if the Wildcat Bats can wake up in the bottom of the third. You're watching West Lyon Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood as Wildcats lead 1-0, but it hasn't really been pretty so far. Their one run is on no hits. And Mason Mulder's had to get out of a couple jams so far as well. So 9-1-2 due up for West Lyon. And here's Keegan Roeder. Roeder, a .290 batter coming in. He's got 9 singles, 7 RBI. He's walked 3 times, so he has an on-base percentage of .353. Roeder looking just to find any way on to begin this bottom of the third inning for West Lyon. And that's a strike, right on the outside corner. And for Roeder, one of many Wildcats in this batting order. It's his first year starting. Breaking ball, misses high and inside for ball 1. One and one is the count. And Roeder, the first time these two played, went 0 for 2, but he did, I believe, lay down a sac bunt. 1-1 pitch, just above the letters for ball 2. And Roeder to hop back coming in, got a couple hits against Sioux Center the other night. That's on that inside corner. Not a bad pitch from Wenthy. Looked like it was going to stay inside, broke to that inside corner of the plate, but Roeder, 2 singles, a couple RBI against Sioux Center. We'll see what he can do here, 2-2. That is a foul ball. So Roeder stays alive. Looked like he was a little bit late on that fastball. We'll see if he can get on for the top of the West Lyon order. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 1. The 4th strikeout of the game for Wenthy. And that will bring up Gage Blauette.
The second baseman, number 9, Gage Blauette.
Blauette started off the bottom of the first for West Lyon with a walk, but he was picked off at first base. Checked his swing, called the ball, and it's too low for ball 1. Blauette 1 for 4 against Sioux Center, but he drove in a couple runs. That one hit being a single. Checked his swing, fouled it off. Counts 1-1. And from the windup, the 1-1 is going to clip that outside corner. So Blauette behind in the count 1-2. And here comes that 1-2 pitch. A ground ball over to second. Going to be an easy play. The field, the fire to first is just barely in time. Was a little high. Didn't get much on the throw, but it's an out nonetheless.
Brings up the center fielder, number 1, Tate Hoff.
So good play by the second baseman, Colton Roost. That will bring up Tate Hoff. He struck out his first time up. Wildcat Bats have got to get something going. They have not secured a hit yet tonight. 1 run, but that run scored on a wild pitch. Breaking ball misses inside to Hoff. That's going to miss in about the same spot. Counts 2-0. One nothing is the West Lyon lead. Their 1 run coming in the bottom of the second inning. We're in the bottom of the third now. 2-0, swing and a miss. Healthy hack at a 2-0 pitch, and it's 2-1. Looks like the softball team across the way is up. I believe that's 5-0, if I'm reading that scoreboard correctly. That's fouled out of play. Two and 2 is the count to Tate Hoff. And here comes a 2-2 pitch. Not a bad take, a good take from Tate Hoff as he laid off the slider. Looked like that pitch kind of started on that outside corner of the plate. That's how pitchers get a lot of those batters to bite on that slider, but Hoff doesn't there, and it's a full count. And he taps that back to Wenthe. He'll throw over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sheldon. As the Wildcats go down in order, we play 3 complete. Wildcats lead 1-0. We'll get to the top of the 4th after this. You're watching West Lyon Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood, and a sluggish start to this one. It's 1-0 as we begin the top of the 4th inning. West Lyon with that 1-0 lead. 5, 6, and 7 due up here for Sheldon. This is Wesley Cruz. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss for strike 1. And for Mulder, he's played solid tonight. He had 2 runners on in the first, got out of it, had a 1-2-3 inning in the second. Then he stranded runners at second and third last inning. Breaking ball, good one for strike 2. That froze Wesley Cruz in his tracks as he struck out his first time up. Now he faces an 0-2 count. That's in there for strike 3, right on the outside corner. And there's one away.
Brings up the second baseman, number 12, Colton Roos.
And that'll bring up Colton Roos. He popped out to Ridge Kramer his last time up in the second. Swing and a miss for strike 1. As Mulder doing all right for pitches, 51 so far through 3 1/3. Kept his command under control for the most part as well, as that one misses for a ball. Counts even 1-1. One is a ground ball over to Kramer. He'll field fire across the diamond, and it will not be in time. One hop to Schoening was a tough hop for him to make the play on. Bounced off his chest, and I'm going to call that a base hit for Colton Roos.
Puts up the designated hitter, number 3, Landon Seatstra.
And that'll bring up Landon Seatstra. He struck out his first time up. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Seatstra, the DH, here tonight. Now it's in there for a strike as well, but Seatstra, his numbers, he went 0 for 1 the last time these two played. But he was hit by a pitch. Only a couple plate appearances for him. 0-2. It's going to miss low. Not a bad spot there, 0-2. Counts 1-2. One away with a runner on first base. Now 3 out of the 4 innings, Mulder has allowed a base runner. Swing and a miss. A good pitch from Mulder. Got him to chase. And there's 2 away.
Strike 3 for out number 2.
Out number 2, that'll bring up Rex Ross, excuse me. He struck out his first time up.
Rex Ross.
And that's 8 strikeouts on the night so far for Mason Mulder as well. That one misses low and away for ball 1. And Ross, the last time these two played, went 0 for 2 with a walk. That was in there for a strike. Counts even 1-1. As Mulder has been dialed in this inning. Foul ball back to the screen. So 2 away, 1-2 is your count. Runner at first base. 1-2 from Mulder. Slider, tried that slider again. Could not get Ross to bite on this one. Counts even. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Mason Mulder. We'll see if the Wildcat Bats can get something going in the bottom half. You're watching Westline Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. We're about set for the bottom of the fourth inning. I've mentioned this a couple times. West Lyon hitless so far as they've batted through 3 innings, but what saved them, and the reason why they have a 1-0 lead has been walks. In that second inning, Wildcats first pitch on the way. That's in their first strike on that outside corner. Vermeer, like I mentioned earlier, a .333 batter coming into the game. Has an 0-1 count here. He went 1 for 3 the last time these two played, as that one misses for a ball. Hit a double, had an RBI, also walked. Wildcats just need a spark here. 1-1 is hit hard, but too much carry into center field. That's going to be an easy play for the center fielder Meyer for out number 1.
Meyer makes the catch for 1 away.
Vermeer just got underneath that, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and that will bring up Cooper Schoening. Schoening grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. First pitch on the way to Schoening, misses low and away for ball 1. Schoening had 3 hits the last time these two played, all 3 of them singles, drove in 3 runs. That's in the dirt for ball 2. And for West Lyon, their spark could be a walk right here. They just need a base runner to try to keep the train moving here. With Bryce Cook on deck, Bryson Childers behind him. That misses away, counts 3-0. And considering the circumstances, even though Schoening is by far the best batter average-wise in this West Lyon lineup, I'm assuming he is taking all the way right here. What West Lyon needs right now is a base runner. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way like I thought, and it's 3-1. Still a favorable count here for Cooper Schoening, the 3-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. A good pitch from Wenthy, and the count's full to Cooper Schoening. And from the windup, the payoff pitch. Misses high, ball 4. There's your walk. For the Wildcats, that's the 4th walk that they have drawn, and that'll bring up a good batter in Bryce Cook. Like I mentioned, hit a home run the last time that he faced Sheldon. And it was Wenthy that started that game as well that I failed to mention, but he went 3 1/3 when these two played last time. Gave up 7 runs, but only 1 of them earned, as the throwback to first is not in time. Wenthy only gave up a couple hits through those 7 runs that he gave up. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Of those 13 runs that West Lyon scored when these two played the last time, as that one misses away for ball 1. Only 4 of them were earned. One and 0 is your count. That's a strike. Counts even 1-1. And the 1-1 to Cook. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not nearly in time and way offline as Schoening is in there with a stolen base. So one away, a runner in scoring position for the Wildcats. A good RBI opportunity here for Bryce Cook, the DH, hitting for the pitcher, Mason Mulder. That misses inside. Still not a bad pitch. But a good count here for Bryce Cook. Bryson Childress on deck, who's also having a great year at the plate. And from the stretch, the 3-1 is a tapper. Going to be a tough play for Wenthy. His throw to first is in time. A great strong throw from Isaac Wenthy. Great defensive play coming off the mound. And Schoening did move over to third.
Next up for the Wildcats will be the catcher, number 2, Bryson Childress.
So a runner at third for Bryson Childress. He walked his first time up. Carson Meyer, courtesy ran, came around to score. But it's 1-0 Wildcats lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 outs, runner at third. That's a line drive through for a base hit. The run's going to come in to score, and it's 2-0. And that's the first hit of the game for West Lyon. And a clutch base hit at that for Bryson Childress as he doubles this West Lyon lead. And the courtesy runner will be Carson Meyer once again. Here is Ridge Kramer.
Number 6, Ridge Kramer.
Kramer, he walked his first time up. He was stranded over at second base, looking to keep the inning going here for the Wildcats. Runner goes. Throw down to second. A better one this time, but cannot be handled by the shortstop on a hop. And Meyer is in there with a stolen base. Second stolen base of the inning for West Lyon. See if Ridge Kramer can get himself a base hit. Counts 0-1. Misses inside as Kramer got out of the way. Kramer 1 for 3 with a sac bunt the last time these two played. Coming off a 1 for 3 performance against Sioux Center as well. Hit a single against the Warriors. That's tapped back to Wenthy over his glove. Going to be a tough play, and there will be no play. Runner's going to come around, and the throw's in time to get Carson Meyer at home. So an aggressive base running move that I don't know if Meyer made on his own, but there's 3 away. But the Wildcats score 1 more. They lead 2-0 after 4. We'll get to the top of the 5th after this. You're watching West Lyon Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood, top of the 5th inning. It's a 2-0 lead for West Lyon. But was eventually thrown out at second on a ground ball. That's a strike on that outside corner. That's in their first strike as well. Counts 1-2 to Meyer. Mulder has pitched really well here tonight, gotten out of a couple tough situations. He's done a good job of working through it. His command has been there all night as he gets a swing and a miss, drop third strike, throw over to first in time for out number one.
Runners on at first for one away.
And softball team for Westline looks like they are running away with it across the way. Believe it's a 10-0 lead over there. And the first pitch to the top of the order, and Isaac Wenthy misses for a ball. Wenthy is 0 for 2 at the plate, but done a great job on the mound today. Grounded into a 3 unassisted his first time up as he fouls that one away. Then he struck out in the third.
And make sure all foul balls are getting returned to Westline's dugout.
And also just a reminder, the last regular season home game will be on Wednesday against MLC Floyd Valley as that one's fouled out of play. Counts 1 and 2. That will be our last baseball stream due to Iowa High School Athletic Association rules. I believe we will host the district tournament, some district tournament games here, but we are not allowed to live stream those. 1 and 2 is the count, and that's a foul ball into Sheldon's dugout. Count will remain at 1 and 2. For Mulder, if I'm counting correctly, 9 strikeouts so far on the night. This next pitch will be his 70th. So he's got a little room to work with. 1 and 2 is the count. In there for strike 3. Got Wenthy looking, and it's back-to-back strikeouts to start this top of the 5th inning. So here's Caleb Huff. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the first. Then he reached on a fielder's choice in the third as there's strike 1 on the outside corner. Huff also got ahead the last time these two played. He's 1 for 3 as he grounds that one over to short, fielded by Vermeer. Throw across the diamond is in time for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Mason Mulder. We'll get you the bottom of the 5th. After this, you're watching Westline Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. A little too close for comfort for Westline. They lead 2-0 as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see if the Wildcats can get some insurance runs here. It's Riker Metzger, Keegan Rodert, then the top of the order due up for West Lyon. Metzger struck out his first time up. And the first pitch to Metzger is a swing, and he missed for strike 1. Looked like he was fooled on a slider there. As you see on your screen, a 229 batter coming into the game was Metzger, 0-1. It is a fly ball into right field. That is going to be caught in shallow right field for route number 1. Nice play coming in by Hunter Getting.
Makes the catch for 1 away.
And that'll bring up Keegan Rodert.
Puts up the left fielder, number 13, Keegan Rodert.
Rodert struck out his first time up. And the first pitch to Rodert misses way outside for ball 1. Been a little bit of a sluggish games, I think, for both sides. Maybe the weather playing a factor in that, with it being unseasonably cold here tonight. But counts 1-1 now after the strike in the outside corner. And from the windup, the 1-1. Not a bad pitch, misses just inside. To get a good inning going here, you got to think Roder's just got to find a way on for that top of the Westline order. Breaking ball in there for a strike, counts at 2-2. Nobody on the 2-2. Fly ball, shallow right center field. That might fall, and it will fall for a single. So a bloop single dropped into right field for Keegan Rodert, and that'll bring up Gage Blauette.
On towards right field. Puts up the leadoff batter, the second baseman, number 9, Gage Blauette.
And if you look back at the numbers for Isaac Winthy, walks a little bit of a struggle. 12 walks through 10 innings so far. Had more walks than strikeouts, but he's come in and pounded that strike zone. And done a good job with these good Westline batters that have been hot lately. Throw back to first is too high. And just about caught Keegan Rodert off guard there. And we'll see if Rodert's on the move here. But Blauette's 0 for 1, throw back to first again. Not in time once again. But Blauette walked in the first, then he grounded out to second in the third. As Wenthy comes set, and the first pitch of the at-bat misses inside. Tate Hoff is on deck for West Lyon. 1-0 is the count. Misses high, ball 2. The wind starting to calm a little bit as throw back to first again and again, not in time. And because the wind's calmed a little bit, it's kind of hasn't felt as cold lately. Still a little bit chilly. Winthy checks and running. There 2-0, misses inside, throw down to second, way off. And Rodert is in there with a stolen base. Three 3-0 is the count, and Winthy in danger of putting 2 runners on for Tate Hoff. He's up to 85 pitches. Something to keep in mind here as well. 3-0 misses inside, and I believe they're going to rule that a hit Gage Blauette. So Rodert has to stay at second because of the dead ball.
Blauette is hit by the pitch, which will put runners on first and second for the Wildcats.
So runners at first and second for the Wildcats, and we're going to get a mound visit from head coach A.J. Kingery for Sheldon. For the most part, Isaac Winthy has pitched a fantastic game. And if you look at the numbers from last time, like I said, he only gave up 1 earned run the last time these two played. 7 total, but 6 of them unearned. And he has not backed down from this Westline lineup. It looks like Sheldon is not going to make a move here. They'll stick with Winthy. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Tate Hoff, one of the best batters in the Westline lineup, coming into the game, batting .365, is at the plate, but he's 0 for 2 tonight. So here is Tate Hoff. He struck out in the first, then he grounded out to Winthy in the third. And in that ground out, he was kind of protecting with 2 strikes. Kind of reached at a pitch that was probably going to be outside. But we'll see if he can control the count here. He just watched, I believe it was a 4-pitch walk. Well, 4-pitch, hit by pitch, I should say. And as I say that, he looks at strike 1. So he falls behind 0-1. Maybe not a bad idea to take a pitch. And the 0-1 is a ground ball over to short. Throw to second in time. Throw on to first is not in time. Looked like that base umper was about to call Hoff out at first, but believe he made the correct call there. So runners at the corners. Hoff reaches on a fielder's choice.
Next to bat will be the shortstop, number 8, Carter Vermeer.
So there's 2 outs for Carter Vermeer. Vermeer is 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, flew out to center in the fourth. Situation where Coach Kramer likes to steal as well. We'll see if Hoff is on the move with that state track speed. Stays put there as Vermeer swings and misses for strike 1. As he looks down for a sign and steps back in. Cooper Schoening's on deck if Vermeer can get on. 0-1 is a line drive that's going to fall into right field for a base hit. 1-run scores, and it's 3-0. Westline leads. Clutch hit there for Carter Vermeer.
Carter Vermeer with the line drive into right field.
And the Wildcats tack on 1 more. And that will bring up Cooper Schoening.
Number 21, Cooper Schoening.
And Schoening grounded out in the second, then he walked in the fourth, I should say. Stole a base as well, came around to score. 1 of the Westline 3 runs. That's low for ball 1. Schoening looking to improve on his already impressive batting average. Misses outside, counts 2-0. Runners at first and second for Westline. Already 1 run scratched across here so far. It's Tate Hoff at second. And then Carter Vermeer over at first. He'll get a big lead over there at first with nobody covering. That will miss inside. Counts 3-0 to Schoening, who, like I said, walked his last time up. That was last inning. And went the 1 pitch away from loading the bases for Bryce Cook, who sits in the on-deck circle. Here is that 3-0 pitch. That misses low. Ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to Cooper Schoening. And in steps to the plate, Bryce Cook. And Cook himself is over 2. He flew out to center in the second. Then he grounded out back to Winthy in the fourth. Like I mentioned earlier, Cook hit a home run last time these two played. That gets away from the catcher. All runners will stay put. Counts 1-0. Fifth straight ball thrown by Wenthy. So bases loaded for West Lyon. Already one run aboard, one run across here in the fifth. Breaking ball misses high. 6 straight balls now for Isaac Wenthy. And from the windup, the 2-0 in their first strike this time. And with Wenthy just throwing 6 straight balls, I don't mind Cook not being aggressive there. But the count is 2-1. And here comes that 2-1. That's thrown behind Cook. Here comes a run. And the Wildcats extend their lead to 4-0. Runners move up to second and third as well. And it's 3-1 coming up to Bryce Cook. So runners at second and third, a good count for Bryce Cook. And here is that 3-1. That misses low and away, ball 4. Second straight walk, and the bases are loaded here once again. So still 2 outs, and that will bring up Bryson Childress. Wenthy is at 99 pitches according to our scoreboard. So he has 11 more to work with, and it looks like they're going to see if he can stick it out. So like I said, bases loaded, 2 away. West Lyon a 4-0 lead. They've scored 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and now 2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bryson Childress, 1 for 1. He walked in the second. His courtesy runner, Carson Meyer, came around to score. Then he singled in the fourth, and then Meyer's courtesy runner stole a base, and was aggressive, tried to score after an infield single was thrown out at home. And that's ball 1. One of those the count, 2 away, bases are loaded. Wildcats a chance to really break this thing open. That slider misses away, counts 2-0. Tough situation here, but here's the 2-0. That is going to be a foul ball that will go out of play down the right field line. So Childress a little underneath that, a little late on it. As they'll dig back in, still a good count for him. And Wenthy will pitch from the windup here with the bases loaded. Childress will call time. Pretty common thing you see with batters from West Lyon. If they feel like the pitcher's taking too long to select their pitch, they'll call time, collect themselves, and step back in the box. Here's the 2-1. Foul ball out of play. I feel like Childress just missed that. Count is even at 2-2. Big pitch for Sheldon if they want to stay in this one. 2-2. High and away. And here's what's interesting. 3-2, 2 away. All the runners will be moving here. So anything in any of the gaps is probably going to clear the bases. And the payoff pitch misses away, and that's ball 4. And another run comes in to score for West Lyon. Good at bat for Bryson Childress. Bases are still loaded, and it's 5-0.
Comes in to score another run for the Wildcats. Courtesy runner Carson Meyer on first.
And 105 pitches for Isaac Wenthe. It looks like he's going to pitch until he can't. Again, the limit per game is 110. If you reach that 110 limit during an at-bat, you can finish the at-bat. But here's Ridge Kramer. Kramer has reached twice. He walked in the second, and then he singled in the fourth. First pitch to Kramer. Popped up, playable for Courtney at third, and he'll make the play near the West Lyon dugout. So West Lyon leads 3, but they score 3. They lead 5-0 after 5. We'll get you the 6th after this. You're watching West Lyon Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. The West Lyon Bats finally woke up there in the bottom of the 5th inning. They have a 5-run lead now. They lead 5-0. Top of the 6th. Sheldon's still in the game here. They have their 3, 4, and 5 batters due up. This is Tyson Getting. Getting singled in the first. He walked in the third, so he's reached a couple times. Good pitch from Mulder. Looked like a slider there that cut over the heart of the plate. And it's 0-1. That's a strike in the outside corner. Good location from Mulder. Looks like he's ready to roll. He's probably sitting on the bench for a while. It's a long inning at the plate for West Lyon, but he's out firing strikes. 0-2 pitch. Foul ball out of play. Nobody on, nobody out. 0-2 is the count. The 0-2. Checked his swing. Not a bad pitch. Did he go? No, he did not, says the base umpire. It's 1-2. As Getting steps back in for the 1-2. He pops it up, and that'll go out of play. Childress will give it a look, but it is out of play. Count remains 1-2. Tried to get him on the slider. He didn't bite. Good pitch from Mulder. Counts even 2-2. And that's hard hit down the third base line. That's going to be a base hit and probably extra bases for Getting. Oh, round first. Throw comes in from left field. Not a bad one, but it is not quite in time. Oh, my goodness. Great relay from Rodert to Vermeer, then to Blauette. That throw was so close to beating him. I thought he had extra bases right off the bat, but a great hustle by Rodert to get it in the corner there in left field. They just about threw him out at second base, but nonetheless, it is a leadoff double for Tyson Getting. Kind of a bang-bang play that was tough to tell from up here. And that'll bring up Anthony Courtney. He's over 2 with a couple of strikeouts. As Mulder comes set and delivers, that's going to miss high and outside for ball 1. And the 1-0 will square to bunt. That one misses low and away as Courtney pulled his bat back. So count is now 2-0. To the Orab third baseman, Anthony Courtney. Squares the bunt again, gets it down, but it will go foul down the first base line. And Shoney thought about letting it go for a little bit to see if that spin was going to make it go back fair to try to get an out there, but he touched it foul, so the count's 2-1. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, called a strike, and now Courtney will have to swing away. 5-0 is the West Line lead, top of the 6th inning. Wildcats scored 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, then 3 in the 5th. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Much needed strikeout for Mason Mulder. Still a runner at second base for Wesley Cruz as he steps up to the plate. He has struck out twice as well. For Mulder, he has 12 strikeouts on the night. That one is poked up the middle, fumbled by Blauwet. He will have no play. Throw back to third is not in time. But a soft ground ball, I'm going to mark that in E4. And there's runners at first and third now for Sheldon. That will bring up Colton Roos. He's 1 for 2. Roos, he popped out to third in the 2nd, and then he singled in the 4th. Runner goes. Throw down to 2nd will be cut off by Blauwet. So that was planned all along for Blauwet to cut that off to see if runner at third would bite and try to go home on the throw down. Counts 1-0, and runners at 2nd and 3rd. Mulder has gotten out of these situations earlier in the game. We'll see if he can one more time as that one is popped up foul and out of play. Count will even up at 1-1. And Mulder, he left 2 runners on in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd as well. Then he left 1 runner in the 4th. So he's worked out of these situations. 1-1, a good pitch, over for a strike. Counts 1-2. One-two from Mulder. Swing and a miss. A good slider from Mulder. That pitch has been working great all night. And there's 2 away. 13th strikeout of the game for Mason Mulder. Here's Landon Seastruck. He struck out twice today. And that's kind of a common sight down the scorebook as well for Sheldon. But still a couple runners in scoring position. That's in there for a strike on the outside corner. Mulder also sitting at 90 pitches. Sex runner at second, the 0-1. Tapped foul. And Sheldon has left 5 runners on throughout the game. Mulder's 1 pitch away from making that 7. Take his time getting the sign. Nod and come set. 0-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. A great pitch from Mulder. Sheldon leaves 2 more on base. And we'll go into the bottom of the 6th with the Wildcats leading 5-0. We'll get you the bottom half after this. You're watching Westline Baseball on YouTube. And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. The Wildcats looking for some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Riker Metzger, Keegan Roeder, then the top of the order is due up. Riker Metzger 0 for 2 so far. He struck out in the 2nd, then he flew out to right field in the 5th. Looks like it's still Isaac Wenthe out there pitching. He only has 4 more pitches left as that slider misses away. One of those the count. And by all intents and purposes, this might be his last batter. And their first strike on the inside corner. Counts even at 1-2 to Riker Metzger. That misses low in the dirt for ball 2. And it looks like Wenthe wants a new baseball. And if our scoreboard is correct, this will be his 110th pitch. And from the windup, the 2-1. That will miss low, and we'll see what Metzger can do here, 3-1. Has his fair share of extra base hits on the season. 3 doubles and 2 triples, so 5 to be exact. But here's the 3-1. Misses way outside ball 4. And Metzger is aboard for the first time tonight. And that will be the night for Isaac Wenthe. He'll end his night with 111 pitches. 5 innings pitched, giving up 5 runs as well. But overall, a great game and a great performance from Isaac Wente. So I think while the next pitcher warms up, I'll go ahead and take a break. You're watching Westline Baseball on YouTube. Looks like it started raining again. You can kind of see it in the lights. It's spitting out a little bit, but the new pitcher in the game for Sheldon, it is number 10, Hunter Getting. He is a junior. This will be his 6th appearance. He has 2 starts on the year as well as the first pitch to Rodert as Metzger goes down to second. Throw is going to be high and not in time. And Metzger is in there at second base. But some more numbers on Getting in 10 2/3. He's given up 21 earned runs, 28 total. He has 8 strikeouts to 16 walks. He's also hit 6 batters. See what Rodert can do. Counts 1-0. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Strikeout, then a bloop single into right field. Where's the bunt, pulls it back, call the ball. Pitch was too high. Top of the order is on deck in Gage Blauetz as well. Squares the bunt again, gets it down the third baseline. A good bunt from Rodert. Throw over to first is not going to be in time. Gets away from the first baseman, and Metzger will come in to score. Well-placed bunt for Keegan Rodert. Made it a tough play, and the Wildcats score another run. And we're going to call that a bunt single for Rodert as well. And that'll bring up Gage Blauett with the Wildcats having a 6-0 lead. Throw back to first, not in time. Runner goes, throw down to second base is not in time. Rodert in there with a stolen base. Pitch, I believe, was called a ball. So now a runner in scoring position for Gage Blauetz, who is 0 for 1. He walked in the first, grounded out in the third, then he was hit by a pitch in the fifth. Courtesy runner will be Mason McCarty at second base. That makes me think that Rodert might get the 7th inning pitching. But still nobody out in this inning. And the 1-0 from Getting. He'll square to bunt as Blauet will pop it up and out of play for strike one. Tate Hoff is on deck. He's still looking for his first hit of the night. Squares the bunt again, gets it down the third baseline. Could be another tough play. Throw on to first is not in time. Blauet aboard with a bunt single. So runners at first and third for Tate Hoff. Already one run across here in the sixth inning. It's 6-0 Westland leads. Hoff struck out in the first, then he grounded out to the pitcher in the third, then he reached on a fielder's choice, came around to score last inning in the fifth inning. As Getting steps off. Still nobody out, runners at the corners. Bit of a sprinkle coming down here at the ballpark. Tate will square to bunt. He fouls it. Westline already with a couple bunt singles. Looks like they're trying a safety squeeze play there. Hopefully we can get the rest of this game in with this rain coming down. It's starting to come down a little harder now. As I have a nervous athletic director to my left. Oh, 0-1 is in there first. Frank at the knees. Counts 0-2. Oh, and 2 is your count. That's fouled out of play. So Hoff, like I mentioned, in a little bit of a hitless streak. Went hitless in the game against Sioux Center. Hitless so far tonight. Getting an RBI or two with a base hit right here would be a good way to end that. Get some momentum going back his way. That's in the dirt, ball 1. McCarty will stay put at third. Rain coming down a little bit harder now. 1-2 is the count. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. And taking his time, getting the sign. Runner goes. Breaking ball fouled off. As Hoff digs back in. Good at bat so far. He's fouled off a couple pitches to stay alive. One-two pitch once again. Runner went once again, but once again, it is fouled off. As we'll get a couple of dry baseballs into the game. Looks like the rain let up a little bit. Still a little drizzle coming down. As we have a mound visit with Hunter Getting, that will break up here as well. Mound visits are the last thing we need right now. Got to get this game in and get it finished. Look back over to first. Counts 1 and 2. Still nobody out. Runners at the corners here for West Lyon. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 6-0 lead with Hadehoff at the plate. 1-2. Tapper playable at third, fielded by Courtney. His throw on the run is not in time, off the glove of the first baseman. A run comes in to score already as Blauette will motor his way down to third. It's 7-0. I'm going to mark that as single. I think Hoff would have been safe anyway. Was a tough play either way.
Runners on first and third.
So runners at first and third once again. 7-0 is your West Lyon lead for Carter Vermeer. Vermeer has a hit so far tonight. Strikeout, flyout, and a single. Vermeer also came around to score and after his single. So he's 1 for 3. As Getting gets his sign. And from the stretch, he'll deliver the first pitch. Runner goes, ball called outside. There will be no throw down to second. And it's an easy stolen base for Tate Hoff. And really, Vermeer represents the winning run, if you will, with the Wildcats having the opportunity to end the game early after 6 innings. And leading 7-0 at the moment as Vermeer looks at strike 1. One is going to be called a strike on that outside corner. Sheldon has their infield in as well. So you could say a ground ball to the right side and in a normal situation would score a run, not right here. Any ground ball that's fielded by an infielder is at least going to be checked at home. Breaking ball, too high, counts even at 2-2. Getting comes set once again. He'll choose to pitch from the stretch, the 2-2. Low in the dirt for ball 3. Good at bat being put together here by Carter Vermeer. Three-two pitch coming up. And the payoff from Getting misses away, ball 4. And Vermeer draws a walk. Bases are loaded.
Carter Vermeer draws a walk, which loads the bases for the Wildcats.
So that will bring up Cooper Schoening.
Runs at the first baseman, number 21, Cooper Schoening.
Time called, and they're going to put in a pinch runner. It will be Jackson Heiser over at first base.
Courtesy runner Jackson Heiser on first.
So we'll see what Cooper Schoening can do with a force out everywhere. He's reached a couple different times. He grounded out in the 2nd, then he walked in the 4th, walked in the 5th. He has come around to score once and has stolen a base. 7-0 is the West Lyon lead. From the windup this time, the first pitch from Getting is a little blooper that's going to fall for a base hit in right field. They're going to send the runner around third. Here comes the throw. It is offline, and West Lyon leads 9-0. Schoening just got enough of that over the head of the infielders playing in.
Runners on first and second.
And the Wildcats scored 2 more.
Next up will be the designated hitter, number 20, Bryce Cook.
So here comes Bryce Cook, still nobody out. And really the winning run over at second base. If that run at second, which is Jackson Heiser, can score, this game would be over. Wildcats would win via the 10-run rule. It started off slow. Only 1 run through 3, only 2 runs through 4, but 3 in the 5th, and now 4 so far here in the 6th has broken this game open. Cook is 0 for 2. He flew out to center in the second. He grounded out in the fourth, and then he walked in the fifth. That will miss high for ball one. This rain's still kind of steadily coming down as well. I'm sure our athletic director to my left would love a base hit here to end this game. That's going to miss just inside for ball two, with Bryson Childers waiting on deck. That will miss high. 3-0 is the count to Bryce Cook. One walk in the inning, otherwise, actually 2 walks in the inning for West Lyon. Swinging away 3-0 as Cook got the green light. Don't know for sure if he got the green light there. I don't know, but the count's 3-1. He took a healthy hack at that one. Swing and a miss on the 3-1 pitch. Another healthy hack. Still nobody out. 3-2 is the count. And the payoff coming from Getting. That misses low. Ball 4. Cook aboard with his second walk of the game. Bases are loaded once again. And the winning run 90 feet away. So here's Bryson Childers. He has reached all 3 times he has been at the plate. He walked in the second, singled in the fourth, and he walked again in the fifth. Fouled that one away. Counts 0-1. So nobody out, bases loaded. Wildcats lead 9-0, bottom 6. And still from the windup, the 0-1, breaking ball misses high. Sheldon will play with their infield in once again as well. Counts even and the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Looked like Childers may be a little behind on that 1-1 pitch. Rich Kramer's on deck. 1-2. Didn't bite on the breaking ball, gets away from the catcher, and that will be your game. Jackson Heiser scores the winning run, and the Wildcats will come away with a 10-0 Siouxland Conference win with 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So started off slow and picked it up there toward the end of the game, and the West Lyon Wildcats take a 10-0 victory. And with that, I will take a break, and I'll give you a brief recap. You're watching West Lyon Baseball on YouTube.
Wildcats are at home on Wednesday night.
And we welcome you back to the ballpark in Larchwood. A couple of your final numbers. First, batting-wise, for Sheldon, Isaac Wenthy went 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Caleb Huff went 1 for 3 with a single. Tyson Getting 2 for 2 with a double and a single and a walk. Anthony Courtney 0 for 3. Wesley Cruz went 0 for 3. Colton Roos went 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a single. Landon Seatstra went 0 for 3. Rex Ross 0 for 2. And then Matthew Meyer went 0 for 1. Actually, take that back, 1 for 2 with a single. And for the Wildcats, Gage Blowett 1 for 2 with a single. Tate Hoff 1 for 4 with a single. Carter Vermeer 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Cooper Stoning 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI single. Bryce Cook 0 for 2 with a couple walks. Bryson Childress 1 for 1 with 2 walks and a single. Rich Kramer went 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Riker Metzger 1 for 2. Actually, I'll take that back. He went 0 for 2 with the walk, and then Keegan Rodert 2 for 3 with a couple singles. Also a great game on the mound from Mason Mulder. Had 6 shutout innings with 14 strikeouts to his name. Isaac Wenthy, the starting pitcher for Sheldon, pitched well, but the Wildcats eventually got some runs across and ran away with this game. And Wildcats, their final home regular season game once again is on Wednesday. That will be our last live stream for baseball for the year, and then they will play their first round playoff game on July 9th. They'll play the winner of West Sioux and Central Lyon. So I will see you on Wednesday night. This is Jordan DeSmit signing off.